To Gaza, where people in a school-turned-shelter are among dozens killed as Israel again pounded the territory with airstrikes last night. The Israeli military says it was targeting militants operating from the school. But after a week that saw firm allies openly criticise Israel's conduct, today German Chancellor Friedrich Merz said he can't understand Israel's actions in Gaza, which he added, and I quote, can no longer be justified. Our Middle East correspondent Alistair Bunkle is in Jerusalem, and a warning. His report contains distressing images of a girl in a fire and of malnourished children.
Silhouetted by the raging fire around her, a small girl looks for a way out of the inferno. As rescuers try to break through the windows, screams can be heard inside. 3 missiles reportedly hit the school in Gaza City. Displaced families were sheltering in there. We cannot show you many of the images. Some of the bodies are so charred it is impossible to recognise whether they were even boy or girl, man or woman. In some cases, only large chunks of flesh and limbs are all that can be retrieved of the dead. This is Wad, the girl we saw trying to escape the flames. She survived, along with her father, who is critically injured though. The rest of the family were killed.
These rooms were sheltering displaced families, women and children, who were asleep when the fire broke out. Their bodies were burned alive. Some of them were still screaming, but the intense fire made any rescue attempt impossible.
This morning, once the fires had burnt out, this was what was left of the school. This is where they had sought shelter from the fighting. They would have to find somewhere else to live now. Some of the bodies were laid outside and mourned by survivors. The IDF admitted carrying out the attack, but said Hamas and Islamic Jihad fighters were using the school as a command centre. They're yet to provide any evidence to support that.
Suddenly, I woke up and found my entire body trapped under the rubble, with only my head exposed. My little son, just 1.5 years old, was buried beneath it. My husband was under the rubble. All our children were too. I didn't know how to escape or whose blood was covering us. We couldn't tell who the remains of the martyrs above us belonged to.
Aid is still not getting into Gaza in the quantities needed. These children in Khan Yunis are dangerously thin and malnourished. Osama here is 5 years old and has no fat on him. A mother shows a photo of what her daughter used to look like. She now weighs just 6 kilos. The Israeli military operation in Gaza is escalating. Its entire standing infantry and armour brigades are now operating in Gaza. Tens of thousands of troops are on the ground. The IDF has now issued an evacuation order for the whole southern Gaza Strip, except the Mawasi humanitarian zone by the sea. They're preparing to launch what they describe as an unprecedented attack on Hamas. Alistair Bunkle, Sky News, in Jerusalem.